He's the cover boy with Sports Illustrated. Nice photo here. Strangest but truest story this summer, the playoff-bound Pirates and their great bullpen. Jason Grilli joining us on the show. When did you find out you were going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, Jason?
I just found out yesterday, and it's been a whirlwind. Just the experiences and all the good stuff that's happening, and it's big in part because of my teammates. Like I said, we're having an awesome season over in Pittsburgh, and trying to rewrite and change history and the culture of the Pittsburgh Pirates again.
How did last year help you guys with this year, managing expectations?
Winning's a process. Sometimes you have to lose or have, in my case, some crazy stuff happen to really appreciate the good times and just work through it. It's perseverance, And the Pirates organization has done a great job of developing a lot of talent, and I think that's the biggest reason why, it's all coming to fruition now is that the talented players like Andrew McCutchen and Walker and Marte, and everybody I could go down and name everybody on our roster. It's taken everybody, and every night it's somebody different. So it's been unbelievable. I think even just yesterday doing the red carpet thing here, you got New Yorkers and just baseball fans that are really rooting for us. I think they love the underdog story and what the history of the Pirates and just the greatness of what it used to be. It's coming back again.
Got any problem with people jumping on the Pirates bandwagon now?
I have no problem. That's totally fine. We like the bandwagon fans as long as they're loud and cheering. It's good to have baseball fans enjoy it, and if we can change people's allegiance, then more power to us, right?
Is that a mullet that you're sporting on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
You know what? It's just long hair. I guess if people want to call it a mullet, it's working. So I just it's like the superstition of Samson. I can't cut my hair ever since I was thrown away. I just haven't had too many haircuts, so a couple of trims here or there, but it's long on top too. But yeah, it looks kind of moldy, and John Crook rocked a good one.
Yeah,
Randy
he did.
Johnson rocked a good one.
Yeah.
So I'm just bringing it back. I'm old school.
How would you explain to people what's happened in your career that you got to this point where on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
I've always just said it's a process. I'm not really doing anything different. I just I did the job that was asked of me. As a middle reliever, you don't get a lot of attention and the spotlight turned on you, and it's helped me become a closer. I've done everything from the front end to the back end and had to go through the learning process of how to become a good reliever. And I think the hardest part, a lot of people don't realize, they don't talk about the statistic and what a true relief pitcher's job is, and coming in the middle of the game is just holding inherited runners. So, I did a great job of doing that. And if people look at what our bullpen that we have in Pittsburgh is doing, they're doing just that. And I live and die every pitch with these guys because they're out there, closing the middle part of the game. I said, we don't have one closer. We have a lot of closers on our club. And, that's what's really taken me here. I'm succeeding because they are too.
How would you explain what Mariano Rivera's done?
You know what? He's special, and that's the greatest closer of all time. He's the greatest relief pitcher of all time, and he's the guy that every relief pitcher will probably try to emulate. I know I will, and I'm 36 years old. It was cool to be a part of history and watching that, and I got to speak to him a couple of moments. He acknowledged me and actually knew what was going on with me. The guy is a great person, not just a good ball player, and that just speaks volumes about the kind of guy he is and how he carries himself, and to have the pressure of New York, how he's handled that. That takes a special person, and coming from a guy that's had that much success, it's really awesome to see that he loves and respects the game, because it's been nothing but the best for that guy, and he's well-deserved ovation last night. The respect of the players, everybody could see it. We wanted to acknowledge that moment for him.
He's the Pirates closer on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Jason Grilli joining us, Dan Patrick Show. You have Bruce Bochy then calling your number to come into the game. That moment from getting the call to getting to the mound, what's going through your mind?
Well, it was kind of surreal, I'm hoping to have the trifecta moment. I got to play in the World Baseball Classic this year. the All-Star game was a sure highlight, something that, is definitely a personal accolade, a feather in your cap, so to speak. Every player would hope to just at least get to experience this one time. This is my first, and I'm hoping I get to do it again. I was kind of numb running out there. Things were happening so fast, and just the feeling felt great. And Bochy and the Giants, staff all came up to me and just said, "Hey, man, the situation's on the line. You got the ninth no matter what." It just meant a lot to me that those guys
that's great.
Acknowledge what I was doing. I mean, I'm here because I was voted by my peers, and like I said, that's the best respect you can get.
I remember your dad. That's how old I am.
He's still here, man. He's telling me I'm keeping his career alive. So,
well, he pitched for the Tigers back in the 70s, right?
Yeah, Tigers, and he ended up with the Blue Jays organization, and that's how we wound up with Syracuse because he wound up at the AAA affiliate up there, and we raised us up there. So I'm lucky to have a dad that's not only a great dad, but he just happened to be a ball player too.
Do you know that you're the second oldest first-time All-Star in history?
Pretty cool. I'd like to be a trivia question if my name's out there, and hopefully better known for, just like I said, with the guys just telling me that they're so happy for me, and I'm here because of them. They voted and acknowledged that I was doing something right this year, and I just try to play the game hard, play the game right, and to have some of these accolades come with them, it's kind of fun.
Who picked your song? You're a Pearl Jam fan, I'm going to guess. Judging from your intro music.
I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. I think the first verse kind of sums up what some of the gravel road that I've been through, and just the test of perseverance it took to get to this point. Being a highly touted prospect and having to go through 10 different teams to land at where I'm at right now, I would have never scripted that. It was more of a snapshot picture for me when I thought how it was going to be all done, being a poster child, having the big contract, pitching for one or two teams at this point, and then, to have more of a Polaroid picture develop here and it's still developing. I feel like my career is just kind of starting right now to where I wanted it to be a long time ago.
Last time a right-handed hitter homered off of you?
Geez, let me think. It had to have been last year. I'm going to say it was probably Willingham or Hunter Pence, one of those two. I know I gave up a bomb to those two guys last year. I don't remember who did it last.
It was September, and it was Alfonso Soriano.
Oh, there you go. Yep, he's another guy. I was trying to challenge him with the fastball, and I actually threw him a slider. Yeah, you're right.
Not that you remember it, right?
No, I remember them all. It just took me a little moment here to get a reminder from you.
Well, keep rocking the mullet. It's a great story, and congrats being on the cover, Jason.
Hey, thanks so much, Dan.
All right, Jason Grilli, Pirates closer. That's a great story. Barry Bonds, I believe, the last Pirate on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That had to be back in the early 90s. Was that the year Sid Bream scored on Bonds? Bonds playing left field, and I think Sid scored from second base. Was that the 92 NLCS?
Yes.
That's why, Bonds was a great outfielder, but he couldn't throw out Sid Bream from short left field. Even Sid Bream probably said, "What?"